Okay, let's talk about eating out. Eating out is probably one of the hardest things that I found with the FODMAP diet, because most people don't know about FODMAP, they haven't heard about it. When you explain it, they don't really understand it. Let's face it, it's pretty complicated to explain. You know, on one, you can eat apples, you can't eat apples, you can't eat peas, and you can't eat artichokes or asparagus, or, you know, it goes on, and it's quite a difficult one for restaurateurs to get their heads around. So what I've tended to do is look for kind of safer options within menus. And typically on a kind of lunch eating out, that might look like a jacket potato with maybe a little bit of cheese, because I'm okay with that, and a bit of salad. Or it could look like a piece of salmon with some green beans or something like that. So there are almost always friendly or FODMAP friendly meals on there. And don't feel ashamed or afraid to ask for certain things to be taken out. So you need to say to people, look, I can't eat onion or I can't eat garlic, because the chefs may use those not just in your dish, but in the pans that they've been frying things up in, and so on and so forth. So it's important to make sure people know when you go out and about what it is that causes you the most problems. And if you're like me, onions and garlic are a big thing, then I always say that up front. I'm a big fan of kind of Italian food, pizzas, things like that. One of the places that I found which was particularly good with this was Pizza Express. So Pizza Express have, I guess by law, I don't know, but by their own sort of standards, they have a book which says what goes into every single thing that they offer up. So all of the allergens, but all of the ingredients as well. So you can get a gluten-free pizza with tomato sauce, which doesn't have onions and garlic in it, which is fantastic, obviously, for us guys. It's going to have cheese, clearly. The lactose thing, you've got to make sure you're okay with that. But it's just a quick tip and something quite useful that I found out. Now, one of the other lectures that we're doing is all about how you are not gluten-free. So you are not gluten-free. But when you're eating out, it's often easier to ask for gluten-free menus, because if you do, then because that shares some of the factors when it comes to wheat, etc., then it's going to make your life a lot easier to choose meals from the gluten-free menu that then you can go on and sort of work out what else might be in those that you can't eat, and perhaps ask them to substitute things or just leave things out. Quick tip, if you're eating out, ask for them to put the sauces in a little dish on the side so that you can play around with them and test your tolerance to them.